I had my thumb cut off, and I think I probably must have passed out before they started beating on my face, because the next thing I woke up and I was alone in a rural setting, for like a farmer's field in a couple of roads, and I just had my bathrobe on and some snow boots. My wife and I went to bed probably around 10 on Thursday night, and we're sound asleep, and about 11 o'clock the doorbell started ringing at the front. Looked outside, and they looked like police. So they said they were police, and they looked like they were in sort of SWAT uniforms. So I opened the door, and there was 3 of them, saying, "You're going to come with us right now." I said, "What's this about?" And they said, "You know what this is about. We've been told to bring you in." And I'm, shocked, and any of my questions were just ignored, and I was put in handcuffs pretty roughly around my back, and then marched out into the street, and then down to a vehicle that was about probably 4 or 5 houses down, and I was set in between the two of the 3 guys. The third guy took a separate vehicle, and I was in the lead vehicle with 2 guys on a bench seat, the driver and another fella, and I was in between them with the handcuffs behind my back. And I kept trying to find out what this was about, and I kept asking, what is this about? And you know what it's about. So I was just getting nowhere that way, and I realized just by their lack of professionalism, and I thought these guys aren't cops. These are not the real guys. and then they put a bag over my head and traveled for about another 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, and then eventually removed that bag and blindfolded me. But I couldn't. The way they did it, I couldn't see anybody's face or anything. So we traveled what I thought was probably a southwestern direction. I was just kind of listening and sensing where we were going, and anytime I would try to ask a question or something, I was just jostled, and I thought, I'm not getting anywhere here, so I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. So we traveled for probably a total of 20 minutes, and then I was told to get out of the car. They stopped the car, and I was told to get out, and so I got sort of pulled out of the car, and I was told to kneel down in the snowbank off the road. It was kind of a gravel road, and with my back facing the truck, and my hands were behind me in the handcuffs, and they're just kind of jostling me around, and then they sort of pulled my one of my arms free of the handcuffs, and then they cut off my thumb with. At first it felt like a pair of pliers or something, and which didn't do it, and then I think they must have had pruning shears or something, so they cut my thumb off. And then there was one of the fellows was kind of just standing there going like this, and I don't remember getting beaten, but I probably passed out.